Hi there, Stanton here from AlgoTrading. Today we are going to be talking about indicators. There are many different types of indicators. We are going to go through what are my favorite and in my opinion what are the best for building a expert advisor. So let's get started. Okay, before we start this video, I'm going to pose a question. What if you were given the choice of one indicator to trade with for the rest of your life, you cannot use any other indicator, what would that be? Put your comments down below in the comment section, and I'm really interested to hear what people's opinions are. So if I was posed that question, I would choose RSI. A lot of people think RSI is not a great indicator for trading because it's a lagging indicator, but I have found when developing EAs, it is probably one of the best indicators to use when developing an EA. So for me, definitely RSI. That is my go-to indicator. Probably 90% of my strategies have some sort of RSI strategy. It's very versatile. You could use it for mean reversion, you could use it for continuation trades, you could use it for breakout strategies, support resistance, you name it. You could use it practically for anything. But saying that, trading with one indicator on an EA, something that runs 24/7, is not always the best idea. So let's go through what are my favorites. Now, firstly I want to say is that when you're building a expert advisor, because I often get like people ask me, how do I choose my strategies, how do I build my strategies, what do I know what to look for? And the simple answer is to keep it simple. I never use more than 2 indicators in an EA. I normally use one trend following to tell you if the trend is either up or down, and then one indicator to make the trade decision. So either a MACD cross, MA cross, RSI above 90 or 80, RSI below 20. So I always use a trend indicator, and I always use a decision, sort of like a decision making indicator. So that is your trade entry, your decision making, and then you've got your trend to, you know, if you are in a bull trend or if you're in a bear trend, and then combining those 2 indicators together, you are sort of, 60%, 60% already on, you have an edge already of about 60%. Okay, so let's go through my favorite indicators. Now, the way I build my EAs is, a lot of people build EAs to, they have one strategy, it trades on one symbol, and that's the EA. What I do is I like to build one EA with all my favorite indicators in it. So if you can see my multifarious, my Bybit Multifarious version, it has moving averages, RSI, Fibonacci, MACD, momentum, and ATR. Now these 1, 2, 5 indicators are my favorite indicators of trading. I don't need anything else other than these 5 indicators. So let's go through them, and we could, discuss each one, how we work them together. But like I said, like, my EAs are not plug and play EAs. If you want to, get an EA that you could put onto Euro USD, there's millions of them out there, and you could trade Euro USD. I like building EAs that you could configure yourself. You could use your favorite trading styles, your favorite trading patterns, and you could configure it to what you need to do. Okay, so once again, if you guys use my affiliation link, my Bybit affiliation link down below, deposit $100, you will get all of my EAs for free. Join our Telegram. There's plenty of alpha there, all my set files, all my predetermined trading strategies. Everything's there. All you need to do is join Bybit and come on this trading journey with us. Okay, so let's go through it. Now, moving averages, again, one of my favorites. It's great for, either your trend. So you could say, is the price above the 200-day moving average? Is the price below the 200-day moving average? You could also have the trend is if the slow moving average is above the fast moving average is above the slow moving average, or the fast moving average is below the slow moving average. Now we could also have like an MA crossover, which, I mean, I'm not going to go into that strategy. Everyone knows what that strategy is. And then also if the price is above or below the slow moving average. So if I want to check if the current price is below the 90-day moving average, 200-day moving average, then I would use that. So moving average, also very versatile, can be used as both a trend following indicator, plus you could use it as a decision making indicator. So if you got the MA cross, you could go into a trade, but then you would need some other indicator to say what the trend is, either if you want to use that trend, or what is the momentum, or what is the force of the market at that stage. Okay, now coming to RSI, by far my favorite indicator. How RSI works, okay, we could either say exceed levels, which is the basic mean reversion RSI strategy. So if the RSI is above 90, and we will go into a sell trade. If it's below 10, we'll go into a buy trade. Now, one of my favorite trading strategies, which I use often, is a mix between RSI and moving average. So this is based off Larry Connor's trading strategy. So generally what I would use for this trading strategy, I'll say if the price is above, let's say, the 200-day moving average, and we use the RSI 2, and if it's above 90 and the price is below the 200 moving day average, we will sell, and if the RSI is below 10 and the price is above the 200-day moving average, we'll buy. So basically what we're doing is we're buying the dips. So in a uptrend or in a bull market, we will be buying those dips. In the downtrend, bear market, we'll be selling the rises. Okay, so that is RSI. Also very versatile. We could have a either it exceeds levels, or we could say if it retraces back from levels. So what happens there is that if it goes above 90, and what happens with RSI, sometimes it could stay above these thresholds for quite some time. So retrace back from levels. So we're saying that once it goes above 90, wait for it to drop below 90, then we're going to go into the trade. Also, just adding a sort of like extra level of precision to the trade. Okay, Fibonacci. I'm not going to go too much into Fibonacci. I can show you where the levels are. Yeah, I've got a trade running with Fibonacci levels. So Fibonacci levels goes from 0 to 100, but the main Fibonacci levels are between the 23.6 and the 61.8. So generally what I'll do is I'll look for, if the price is above the 61.8, I'll look for a sell position. If it's below 23.6, I'll look for a buy position. But then again, I would need some other confluence or some other indicator to tell me whether to buy or not. So in that case, I would use maybe an ATR. So if the market is strong, then we'll look for buy position, or you can look for moving average. So you look for higher time frame moving average. So if the price is above 200 and it's below 23, buy. And if the price is below 200 and above 61.8, sell. So there's a lot of synergy between these indicators. Okay, MACD, also a very powerful indicator. My main thing that I use MACD for, I have a lot of different strategies I could use. I could use if the signal line crosses the main line. I could use a MACD trend if the MACD crosses 0, or if the MACD line is above or below 0. So there's a couple of versions of MACD, but what I like to use is the MACD cross and another. So that will be my decision making indicator. So if the MACD crosses 0, and let's say we could use we could use a moving average, or we could use a momentum. There's a few things that we could use when using MACD cross. So same works with the moving average crossover. It's always good to have another indicator to strengthen that sort of signal. Okay, now we're going to another great indicator. One of my favorites also is the momentum indicator. Now, momentum indicator is a very simple indicator. So you choose your averaging period, whatever you want it to be. And what it is that if it is above 100, so again, sort of like a trend following indicator. So if it's above 100, you'll buy. If it's below 100, you'll sell. So again, you could use momentum with Fibo, momentum with MACD, with the MACD cross. And then the last indicator also, it's a very necessary indicator, probably one of the favorite with AlgoTrading. Guys have a lot of success using this indicator, is the ATR indicator. Now, ATR is not really a directional indicator. It doesn't tell you if you're in a bull or bear market, or it doesn't tell you if the price is going up or down. But what it does tell you is that the strength that the market is moving. So if you're in a ranging market, so if you want to trade just in small trading ranges, sometimes the market's choppy, and you want to get those up down moves. So like you could use ATR with RSI. So if it goes up a bit above 90, you sell. Below 10, you buy. But ATR is generally tell you is the strength of the market. So if we look at something that has an ATR, I'm just trying to find it. Yeah. So you could see the market move is pretty strong. So you're expecting strong movements, either strong movement down or strong movement up. So in this case, this is a ATR MACD strategy. Let me just turn that off. So what we're looking here for is a strong ATR and a MACD cross. There's not really examples of it. So yeah, you can see this is quite a strong ATR. MACD crosses up. Yeah, again, we're looking for like a very strong market. So then the MACD, yeah, the MACD crosses above the 0, and then we get this sort of like up movement here. But ATR really just tells you the strength of the market. So the higher the ATR means the more volume, the more strength that the market has. All right, so those are my favorite indicators. You could see I've got 5 here, but I never use more than 2 per EA. I like to keep it simple. So I have a mixer, so I might mix MACD, ATR, or momentum and RSI, or you could just play with. So first envision what you want to do. So you could say, okay, I want to use, we've already talked about the moving average RSI. So let's just say we want a Fibo strategy. So if it's above the 61.8 Fibo, and the ATR is above a certain threshold, this threshold is in pips, take a sell position. Or if you want to use the momentum indicator, so if it's above the 61.8 and the momentum is below 100, then sell. So it's you could really just you visualize the strategy, and then you back test it, you optimize it, and see if it works out, and then play with the stop losses and take profits and things like that. But what I recommend is first set your stop loss to, I don't know, 1,000 and 1,000, just some random numbers that sort of make sense for that instrument, and then first find your indicators that work together. Don't worry about the stop loss. Then once you find your indicators that work together, then tweak the stop loss and only do the optimizations for the stop loss and the trailing stops, because that is a good strategy. That it's the majority is your win ratio is good. Then all you'd really do is just tweaking your stop loss and your take profits to to either maximize the profits or to minimize the losses. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video, give you insight on the indicators that I use. This is pretty much it. I don't have a need for any other indicators. 90% of my trading systems I could build just with these 5 indicators. I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different strategies, all on this EA, and all with different configuration of just these indicators. So if you want to get this EA, check my affiliation link below. Sign up, deposit your $100, you'll get this EA for free, or you could buy the EA on my website with full source code. So you could, use the source code, you could change it, do what you want. It's a good starting point to see how to develop an EA. So the full source code you could buy from our website. And yeah, like, subscribe, and hope to see you guys soon. Cheers.